The Chicago Bulls are taking on the Boston Celtics today on the road. Can the Bulls get a win? What's it going to take for the Bulls to be one of the best teams in the NBA and the defending champions? Well, that's what our job is to talk about here today, and we're going to break it all down as only we can do and have some fun right here at Chicago Bulls Central.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bulls Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bulls news and content.
What's going on, Bulls fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bulls Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bulls related. I'm the host here, Haize, but more importantly, you guys can follow the channel at Bulls Central Pod on every social media platform we happen to be on. With that said, let's go ahead and get into it for today. And listen, Chicago Bulls are taking on the Boston Celtics today, and this is a game I'm not even going to lie to y'all. I am not excited about this game because I am really worried that the Bulls are going to get completely and utterly destroyed against the Celtics today. The Celtics are just too sound on both sides of the ball, right? A top 10 offense, or the second best offense, I think, in the league. A top 10 defense, the seventh best defense in the league, if I'm not mistaken. Like, this is a big test for the Bulls. We already know Josh Giddey, we're going to be without. I know some Bulls fans are going to say good riddance. I'm not going to say that because I don't believe that. But that, and then we're missing Dalen Terry, but otherwise we're full go everywhere else. Zach LaVine's playing today. Nikola Vucevic is playing today. So we're going to get to see what this team can do against this Boston Celtics team. We've already played against them once. It didn't go the Bulls' way, of course. Can they have a different result today? That's what we're here to see. And that's why they play the games, right? Like you never know. One thing with the Bulls is that how good this offense can be at times, right? It can catch anybody off guard if the Bulls just perform. And so, while I've gotten to the point of not necessarily expecting that from the Chicago Bulls, we know that they have the ability to do that. And so we'll see what happens there. We will see what happens there. All-star voting also has started. You can vote for Kobe, Vooch, and Zach LaVine in that. Let's see if we can get one of those guys to be all-stars this season. I don't have too high hopes of that, but listen, I would love to see our guys be all-stars, man. So we can see what comes out. We got an interesting quote from Billy Donovan before the start of this game. And this one came from a conversation with him and Casey Johnson. Let me find it in regards to this. Let me get this up. That's what she said. So Casey Johnson said, amid trade speculation in the top 10 protected pick the Bulls owe to the Spurs, I asked Billy Donovan how he balances the dynamic between him and his staff's job to try to win games, develop players, with his strong relationship with the front office, which must be thinking big picture. He says this, Billy Donovan, direct quote here. The one thing I can respect about this organization, and this was even in the summer for meetings and the things like that, is collectively there is an expectation about the integrity of competition. We have things we're trying to overcome. We've had injuries. We've had a size differential. We've played our four guards. We've had some defensive challenges, but everything has been about keeping the integrity of competition. Nothing has ever been said about, hey, listen, we got to keep this pick, so do this and this. I respect that as a coach. I take that from Billy Donovan, right? I do not think, and I've said this many times before, players and coaches aren't out there trying to tank. Front offices may say, hey, we got to try to lose games. We got to see what we can do to keep this pick. Coaches and players are out there trying to execute, trying to coach, and they're trying to do what they can to win basketball games. Now, I have personally said before, I think that with Arturas and the way that he's built this team with a lack of size and has gotten no defense for a team that we knew was going to need defense, especially after adding Josh Giddey in replacement of Alex Caruso, that AK did a very good job in making sure that this Bulls team, despite being competitive, was going to have a hard time to win basketball games. It's just hard to win basketball games when your defense is this bad, right? And that was kind of one thing that we've known. Billy Donovan said it in training camp. Everybody said it. Everybody knew this was going to be a team that struggled defensively. And they have struggled defensively. And that's going to continue for this team. And I think that's the thing that is going to come down to is that regardless of this team being out there trying to compete, not having a defense that can really do anything, it makes it kind of easy to lose some basketball games. So, we'll see what it all holds down to. We'll see what happens at the trade deadline because that could solidify some of the things there. But overall, I think we know what's going to happen. I think we know what's going to happen. And this is going to be a team that's going to struggle mightily to win basketball games at any type, form, shape, fashion of a high level. They just are. And so, but they have a competitive team. And I will say that there is something about watching this team when against teams that they can compete in. They're gonna beat other bum dwellers like they are, which is a bum dweller. That's Reggie's mama. Nonetheless, so they're gonna have some trouble with that. But it is what it is. We'll see. David Double O says, I'm finna rob you for your closet at Hoodie Fire. But first of all, you're not finna rob me because I got that thing. Let me not reach under the desk and get it. I can't put the YouTube will shut me. YouTube will shut me down. But I appreciate you on the hoodie. This is one of my favorite, even though now it's too big for me since I done lost all that weight. It's like way too big for me. I can fit like a midget in here. So, but I still got to wear it because it's fire. Hall of Fame, Billy Donovan and superstar THT will get it done. That's hilarious. First of all, shout out to Billy Donovan for being a nominee for the Basketball Hall of Fame. Shout out to Billy Donovan. What's the word, brother? What's going on, Vern? Bulls Daily says, I'm here. I like how you said that. I'm here. Like somebody was waiting on you, nigga. No, what's up? What's up, Bulls Daily? Zoe will hit 8 threes today. I mean, the way he's been shooting the last few games, I don't know about that one, unless he's taking 24 of them. Give it a crack against them in Chicago until the final 3 minutes. Let's see if we can turn it up in Boston. Let's see what's going on here. It's official. No Giddey or Terry. So who you think going to play the point guard spot? Ayo? No, Kobe's going to play point. Ayo's going to play the two. Like they're going to go back to what they did last year, and they're going to share ball handling duties. If we can take at least one of these two games against Boston, it would be okay. Listen, I agree. If you get one of these games against Boston, that's great, right? But listen, it'll be just like the Chicago Bulls, right? What the hell? Why is my phone going off? It would be just like the Chicago Bulls to find some way to win 2 games against Boston and go on like an 8-game losing streak. That literally, could you imagine how excited Bulls fans are, especially the would be, or especially the ones that are like, we can still be the 7th seed, and then you turn around and you win 2 games against Boston, and then turn around and lose like 6 or 7 in a row. That's a Chicago Bulls type thing right there. At the Bulls game tonight for my birthday, hope we don't lose by 50. First of all, happy birthday to you, David, and I hope that you have a great birthday, bro. Voting for Vooch because I think it'd be funny. Hey, listen. Vooch is the most realistic all-star candidate. I agree with that. I agree. It's gonna be very hard for the guards to make it in the Eastern Conference. Vooch does have now, if Kristaps was healthy this whole season, I think it'd be a little bit different. But because Kristaps is he's played like 7 games so far, Vooch has a chance. Vooch does have a chance. I'm not excited at all for both games back to back. I mean, hey, I can understand you there, brother. Voting Horton Tucker for All-Star. That's crazy. That's crazy. Denny, nice hoodie, bro. Let me get that. No, you're not getting me. This is actually one of my. I may take this to the tailor. Honestly, I wonder can tailors take in hoodies? I lost this weight, and this hoodie is big as shit. I know Zoe on an expiring contract and probably won't be here next season because the Bulls looking to trade, but I feel like we need to keep Zoe no matter the direction of the team. He's a very impactful player. Yeah, the problem is you can't bet for him to be on the court. Like, I understand what you're saying, especially when he is healthy and on the court. Lonzo Ball is a very impactful player. But on the contrary of that, the Bulls are going to suck for a while. Like, we're going to be at best, right? This is at best. The Bulls are going to be mid for a while. And so if somebody's that impactful and they got value around the league, they should try to strike on that. Yeah, starting lineup is Kobe, Ayo, Zach, P. Wolves. They haven't even announced that yet. You saying that's what you think the starting lineup is? I wouldn't assume that because Billy Donovan does weird things. Like, we could literally see Javon Carter starting at power forward. No, we wouldn't see the ball-headed hold at power forward. Zoe been clutch last few games. No, he had one clutch game. Zoe has not been clutch the last few games. Zoe had one. He hit a big clutch shot in the last game, but he still shot terribly throughout most of that game. If AK is looking to engage in trade talks, when do you think those will actively get going to the point where traction could get going right now? Like, don't think just because you're not hearing it doesn't mean traction is getting done. Keep in mind, like, yes, 90% of NBA players right now could be traded, but some can't be traded until I think like January 4th or something like that as well. So, and then there's timing. Sometimes teams just want to wait. So, I wouldn't say that. Don't assume that traction isn't getting done. Now, I honestly would think that with the Denver report that came out, that kind of leads me to think that some traction has already started. I honestly believe that from Donovan, because if you look over Artur's history with the Rockets and Nuggets over the years, he always remained somewhat competitive. He never did. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, we said that for a while. He's never going to do a full teardown. We're never going to do a full teardown. Arturus was with the Rockets. Are you sure about that? I had no idea. I didn't even pay. That completely missed. I had no idea he did some time with the Rockets. Now I got to look that up. I don't doubt you. I'm just looking for my own. Gonna show his top candidates. Nuggets. Yeah. He became an international scout for the Houston Rockets from 2003 to 2008. I completely missed that. That's crazy. We finna get cooked, ain't it? I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Bum dwellers. That's crazy. Can't believe I said that. Hey, say he keep that fire. Yeah, I keep that. Listen, make no mistake about it. Y'all know where I'm from. They doing us bogus. Boston twice, and then Milwaukee, and then Atlanta, and then Milwaukee again. I mean, everybody has a tough period of their schedule. What's good, bro? There's something I wanted to elaborate on. The Chicago Bulls are a much better team with a legit point guard. Zach looks very good to me. I won't say that that's necessarily true. You still need a team. Like I think offense is always going to run better with a point guard that can operate an offense. Like it's always going to run better in that sense. But I mean, let's be clear, the Bulls still have their struggles regardless, right? So Nuggets got a trade exception that can take THT and Craig in a deal and Levine to help them also. I think that would look they would look into that. I mean, yeah, if trade exceptions, I believe the Bulls also have a trade exception. If I'm not mistaken, you know what? I think we let it expire. That's probably what it is. I think we created a trade exception. We let expire. I really do not have any hope for this game, but you never know. And do you trust AK to get this trade right if it happens? Well, it's not really much to get wrong. Like the if the Bulls are to trade Zach to the Nuggets, they have to include Michael Porter Jr. That's it. There's no question about it. Either Michael Porter Jr. or Aaron Gordon. It seems like they're more in line with keeping Aaron Gordon, but they have to trade one of those two. They have no other contract that can come close. So because of that, yeah, I trust them more likely to get it right because once you have, if you had more flexibility, right? If it was in the offseason where maybe a team could absorb more, then I'd have a little bit more worry and concern. But for the team that's mentioned, specifically the Denver Nuggets, they have to include Michael Porter Jr. So at least you're getting a player that can come in and simulate a lot of what Zach LaVine brings here. Now he's not as good. I'm not saying he's as good as Zach, and he's more naturally a forward. So right, he brings more size. So you can't really get it wrong in that case, right? If the Bulls beat Boston 2 straight, it's gonna be fans saying we going to the NBA. Oh, you already know, bro. You already know it's gonna be fans. Oh my God, we beat the defending champions. We can absolutely go to the finals. We can stop Giannis. I'll never forget that. That's one of the funniest moments. Looking back at it, I'll get back to your comment, MC. Looking back at it, it was my first year doing this podcast, and I remember AC Alex Caruso. I think he guarded. Damn it, I don't want to get to lying. I can't remember. It was one game that we were playing. It was against somebody really good. And Alex Caruso played really good defense on them in the fourth quarter. And I will never forget, a Bulls fan in the post-game show was like, oh my God, the Bulls can do this. AC can shut down Giannis Antetokounmpo. And I was like, what? Yeah, Alex Caruso can shut down Giannis. Did you not see the game today? I was like, my Lanta. And that's when I realized that was one of those, there's certain moments in being a creative that you'll never forget. That's one of those moments that I was just like, yeah, motherfuckers is crazy. Wins really bring out the worst in some people. Motherfuckers really be crazy out here. What's good, Brody? Hope you had a good day today. That was mostly okay, MC. I appreciate you. Baggy hoodies are better, bro. Same as baggy pants, like them baggy ass jeans from. No, bro. What? No. Haize, if the Bulls win tonight, take 2 shots for me. No, you go take 2 shots for yourself. Take 2 shots for yourself. Lonzo, comeback player of the year. I can tell you what right now, he's not winning comeback player of the year on averaging like 6 points per game. It's not happening. Who's more injury prone, Lonzo or MPJ? Lonzo for sure. Like, let's make no mistake about it. Like, Lonzo by far, as what if you look over the course of their careers. We're going to need Vooch and Zach and Kobe to score 25 to 30 points apiece to take this game, or you're just going to need balance scoring throughout everything. So I know a lot of people are so excited about KP probably being out tonight, but be on the lookout for Luke Cornett. He does a good job at rim protection. If I'm not mistaken, he has good games versus us. Let's see. Because, I always got to fact check Shay, because Shay, something that happened once. And Shay be like, oh, I guarantee. Let's look at Luke Cornett versus the Bulls. So, the last game Luke Cornett played against the Bulls was March 23rd, 2024. He played 31 minutes and had 8 points, 4 assists, 2 blocks, and 13 rebounds. That's actually pretty good for a role player. Game prior to that, 14 minutes, he had 10 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal. That's actually pretty good role player numbers. The game before that, 4 points, 3 rebounds. The game before that, 0 points, 1 rebound. The game before that, 2 points, 2 rebounds. So recent memory, like you know how Shay is. Shay's all about the recent memory. He had some good games against us recently. You can get the hoodie taken in. I worked with Taylor's before. Yeah, I'm definitely going to get it taken in there. Definitely going to get it taken in. AK did some time with the Rockets. Make it sound like a prison sentence. Probably was, because it was back then. Yeah, I'm sorry. 2003 to 2008. That was doing time with the Rockets. That wasn't working for the Rockets. That was doing time. That was absolutely doing time. Melvin in the building says, I've been impressed with Ayo Dosunmu in the starting lineup lately, especially with playing in certain positions he shouldn't really be in due to the injuries we have. Ayo's always better as a starter. I mean, we saw that last season. He's always better as a starter. If you look at his splits, which I'll bring up real quick, I believe as a starter, he's averaging like 16 points per game. Hold on. Let me look at it. Give me 1 second. Come on. Don't move slow on me now, motherfucker. Don't do that. Come on. What are we doing here? All right, splits. Here we go. As a starter so far this season, so I would assume we'll start at 14 games. He's averaged 32 minutes in that time. He shot the ball 45% from the field, 37% from 3, and averaging 15.5 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds, 1.5 steals per game. Ayo Dosunmu is consistently better as a starter. This is why moving and changing Kobe and Ayo's roles after the season they had by bringing in Josh Giddey, it's always going to be something I'm like, I get it. You had to take the best deal possible, I guess. But, man, do you think Billy will get votes for Hall? Absolutely. Because keep in mind, it's not just NBA Hall of Fame. It's Basketball Hall of Fame. And what Billy Donovan did in college is going to eventually get him in the Hall of Fame. I don't know if he's a first ballot, but Billy Donovan will get in the Hall of Fame. Basketball gods, if you're listening, do not let Peyton Pritchard into Prime Curry against us again. It will happen. It will happen. F it. I'm using my bonus bet tonight on the Bulls after OKC blew my parlay. Hey, I don't bet, so shout out to y'all that do. It's game day. Who's ready to watch us chuck up 49 3-point shots and miss 32 of them? Why aren't the Bulls in the D-Fox trade rumors? Because they're not in a position to try to acquire a player to win now. Like, do y'all not understand where this team is? Like, am I not doing my job correctly? Have y'all not understood that this team is not trying? Have the recent rumors not made y'all aware that this team is not right now trying to do win now moves? We got it. I thought so. I thought we got a trade. Thank you, Drew. Thank you. I didn't think I was tripping on that. How much? Do you know how much it is? I can search it. Bulls trade. Let's see. The Chicago Bulls have whoa. That changes everything. The Chicago Bulls have a $17.5 million trade exception. That's not something I talked about. I'm going to have to go back and look at the trades that I've done. I got to talk to Vaughn about that too. Because I don't know if people realize that. Hold on, real quick. Sorry, I gotta send this now. All right, had to send that real quick. I'm sure Von's probably in here, but non-Bulls related. But have your thoughts on Joe Mazzulla changed at all? Because initially you wasn't sold on him as a young head coach. No, I mean he's good. He's one of the best coaches in the league. I have an unhealthy dislike for Pritchard. I'm crashing out on stream if he goes off against us. I mean, listen, it's probably gonna, just because you said that, it's probably gonna happen. We need more nerdy Roosevelt voice. That's hilarious. Haize, was you doing this podcast before we got DeMar? No, so I started this podcast in the offseason. We got DeMar DeRozan. I think somebody who's been around longer can verify that for me. I think one of the first videos I did was on this sign. What? No. Because we signed Lonzo first. So that was the first. That was like the second video that I did, is us signing Lonzo Ball. And then whatever DeMar happened after that. I remember that comment. Hey, man, that was the time that I just had to realize people is crazy. Haize, have you ever worked in sales? Because of one of the reasons I joined this channel is because not only did you convince me of a lot of things, but you are very convincing. No, I've not worked in sales other than allegedly. Vooch, Zoe, Vaughn for Rozier, Robinson, Ware, and 2 seconds from Miami, and win-win. We're not getting Ware. I'm telling y'all this right now. We're not getting Khalil Ware. I get why the desire's there, but let me tell y'all, we're not getting. Keep in mind that the Miami Heat are prizing right now, and I get it. He's not been playing there, but we're not getting Khalil Ware. We're not getting Khalil Ware. Gonna watch Bulls games from now on because I'm a Nuggets fan and see what's up. Hey, shout out to you. Thank you for joining us, man. Hope you like it. We're a little different around here. We can be a little rowdy bunch at times, but hey, as long as people are respectful, we're respectful. So we appreciate you for coming through, bro. Greetings from KP Land. What's up, X-Man? Wait, that's not my son, X-Man, is it? I can't tell the things too. I don't think that. No, my son's is Xavier. I think his username is just Xavier. I'm so sorry to hear that, AX. Enjoy the roller coaster. Yeah, that's. Chicago sports got some of the most idiotic, delusional fan bases, from Bulls fans to Bears fans to White Sox and Cubs fans. Blackhawk fans seem to be the most sane Chicago fan bases in Chicago. That is, you just went off. Damn, you've been waiting to get that off your chest for a while there, huh? What up, Haize? Hope your day is going well. Quick question, though. Would you rather have Glenn Davis or Robert Sacre on this Bull? Neither. Like what? Neither. I'm good on that. Well, off collegiate accolades, that's diabolical. Billy hasn't done nothing since OKC finals. Well, keep in mind, it's not the NBA Hall of Fame. There is no such thing as the NBA Hall of Fame. It's the Basketball Hall of Fame. So there's a lot of people who've gotten in mainly because of what they did in college. A lot of coaches, for that matter. So yeah, he's gonna get in because of what he did in college, regardless. Can you explain trade exceptions are never so okay? So the way that a trade exception works, right? So way trade first, we can talk about how it's created. The way trade exception is created. Let's say I'm gonna use whole numbers just so it cannot be as confusing. So let's say I trade you a player that's contract is $20 million. Let's say you have $10 million in cap space. So you only send me a $10 million player back, and you absorb the rest of DeMar DeRozan's $10 million into your cap space. Because you absorb that, you've now created a $10 million trade exception that I have. Now, the way that trade exception can be used, it means that we don't have to match salaries. Now, it can't be aggregated, right? So it means that, like, let's say in the middle of the season, after me getting in the $10 million trade exception, there's a player on BKR's team for $10 million that I want. I have an open roster spot. Instead of matching salary, I can just send him a second round pick and absorb that player into the trade exception. So you don't have to send out, you don't have to match salaries. You do have to send them something back, but you don't have to match salaries. Or let's say it's even not a second round pick. Let's say that he has a $10 million player I want. I'm going to send him the bald-headed hoe Javon Carter's $6 million contract. Now we've created another trade exception, but then at that point, I can absorb him into my trade exception, and you can still save some of that trade exception as well, I believe, as well. So, no, I think it's a one and done thing. Maybe confusing that with the mid-level exception. Haize, what is it? I just so hopefully, I don't mean that as an asshole. I just explained that, so hopefully you got it. I can't imagine you doing videos during the Jim Borland era when Denzel Valentine took that deep shot. You probably would have retired from pocket. Oh, bro. Oh, man. I started it at the right time. I could not have covered that Denzel. I could not have done it. Y'all think y'all see the name I got for Javon Carter? Imagine what I would have called Denzel Valentine. It's bad enough we got spicy Denzel Valentine and Chris Duarte on the team. The actual, man, that would have been crazy. My first video was talking about how I thought Javon Carter was going to be a good pickup for us. Man, listen, bro. It's that the pain, bro. The pain. I did the same video, man. Same damn video, bro. Do you think we can do a salary dump for Chris Duarte and Javon Carter because they ain't providing shit? Don't nobody want them motherfuckers. Like real talk, Vaughn. I mean, yeah, Vaughn. You're Vern, not Vaughn. Your names is too similar. Vern, let me ask you this. If you were running a team, would you want to take a salary? Would you want to take a dump on the dump that is Chris Duarte and Javon Carter? Why would you want that? Why would anybody want that? Why would anybody want that? That's like welcoming somebody to come and take a dump on your chest. That's what that is. Now, some people are into that. I'm not trying to kink shame. Whatever you do in the privacy of your own home is the privacy of your own home. But I'm just saying for the sake of running the basketball team. I'm just saying. Okay, you explained that really well. That's what I thought it was. Trade exceptions could be dangerous, though. It could put you in a higher tax apron. Yes, it very well could. That's why the Bulls are and you don't have to use all of it, right? So let's just say, like, to facilitate a deal, right? That the Bulls need to, because keep in mind, we're I can look up it exactly. I think we have $3 million beneath the first tax apron. So let's say you want to take a $3 million player back to get it 2 seconds, like to take on bad salary. You could use it in that way, right? The Bulls have a lot of different ways they can get creative of using the trade exception. But you're right. You do have to be mindful of the tax apron. So the Bulls right now, oh shit, we're $9 million below the first tax apron. So we could really use that trade exception if we wanted to. We can really use it. What would you call? Oh, I have a nickname from Gums McGee. Y'all don't remember what I used to call Denzel Valentine Gums McGee? Because it's just gums. Like, how you got more gums than teeth? Like, real talk. Like, he had about it was the gum to tooth ratio was about 3-1. You shouldn't be walking out here with 3-1 gum to tooth ratio. It just doesn't. It's diabolical, is what it is. It's really diabolical. Like, just imagine that. Like, imagine just walking around with 3-1 gum ratio. Let's put it on anything else, right? Let's say you had a 3-1 torso to leg ratio. Like, your torso was 3 times longer than your legs. Do you know how awkward that would be? Now imagine that in your mouth. That's Denzel Valentine. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. Imagine a team called LA and AK said, we can give you Javon or Chris instant hang. Exactly. It's crazy, man. Taking on Javon and Duarte is like having someone come take a dump on your chest. Nobody wants that nasty ass Cleveland Steamer. Cleveland Steamer is hilarious. Haize watching the Bulls game and the Bears game. I bet you be throwing everything you have in the bed. Nah. Haize, were you as passionate about the Chicago Bulls in high school? Like I was back in the Derrick Rose era. I used to be ready to fight motherfuckers, especially I wasn't in high school. I'm older than you, Shay. So I was 19 when Derrick Rose got drafted. I think I was 19 when Derrick Rose got drafted. 19 or 20, one of the two. But no, so in high school, I wasn't as passionate because keep in mind, I grew up overseas. So I didn't get to see as many Bulls games as I would have liked to see. And that was like before League Pass and all of that. 3-to-1 gum ratio is ridiculous. Buddy Hield taking no. See, Buddy Hield's different. Buddy Hield got a 5-to-1 tooth to gum ratio. Like I don't think Buddy Hield has gums. It's just all teeth. Like it's just all teeth. It's just all teeth. Like that. Like somebody telling you. If somebody told me, "Hey, I'm about to have Buddy Hield come bite you," that's assault with a deadly weapon. You're threatening my life. If somebody tells you I'm about to have Buddy Hield come bite you, you can press charges for that. Just for them threatening that. You don't even Buddy Hield don't even have to be in the state, in the country. But if somebody says, "Hey, I'm about to have Buddy Hield come bite you," that listen, those are fighting words, bro. That makes no like, come on, what are we talking about? I remember like the Buddy Hield's chompers is ridiculous, bro. Like it doesn't make any sense. Like you know for 100% fact, 100 he can bite through a decade-old pack of annihilators and stack 4 of them mugs up and just bite through them. You know how old, you know how hard old annihilators are? You know that like Buddy Hield just be chewing on annihilators and jawbreakers like it's nothing, chewing right through the mugs like they strawberries. It's crazy, bro. It doesn't make any sense. It's really ridiculous when you look at it. Have you seen the Superman? Of course I've seen the Superman trailer. I'm a decent human being. Buddy Hield got teeth of an anime villain character. That's facts, bro. That's facts. Love the intensity Haize attacks teeth and hairlines. Listen, bro. It's crazy, man. It doesn't make any sense, bro. It really doesn't make any sense. One side of Denzel's teeth are GD and the other side is BD. They do not get along. That's crazy. That's crazy. Middleton? I mean, Chris, I'm too thrown off by Chris Middleton's hairline. Like, it doesn't make any sense, bro. It doesn't make any sense. When I see Buddy, I just start hearing the Fairly Odd Parents shine. That's crazy. That's wild. Wait, what did you just call them? Noun laters? Now and later. Now and later. What sir, CP? What are you doing? Hairline reveal, bro. I don't wear a hat all the time. I got my original hairline and a full head of hair. Look at that. Not a thin spot to be seen. You see that? You see that? Don't listen. Come on now. What are we doing? Y'all be thinking because I like hats, I'm bald. I'm not bald under here. I'm not bald. I got a full head of hair. An entire full head of hair. Hey, it's off topic, but do you think we had a better shooting guard in 2011 playoffs? Do you think if we would have had Ben Gordon in that series, we would have beat them? Period. Because the way that they switched LeBron on Derrick Rose and Derrick Rose, we literally would have beat them. We would have beat them. Hey, it's how you going, mate? You get up, looks great. What about Giddy's hair? Cheers from down under. What is Giddy like? First of all, let's get his ass on the court. Let's do that. Let's do that. Now later, that's crazy. That's crazy. Haize has more hair than Buddy has gums. Yeah, that's crazy, bro. The days when the chat would always roast Haize about being bald because he wouldn't take his hat off wearing that never happened. Like people would never say. Anytime anybody's ever brought up me and trying to say that I'm bald, I've always taken off my hat. Like I've never been afraid to take it because I'm not bald. People. You see, that's how you know people be projecting, right? I just like hats. Just like hats. Now, sir, in Chicago, no, that's not. I don't. No, it's not. I talk to C-Dub every single day. There ain't nobody more Chicago than C-Dub. Now, you can say that's how you pronounce him, but you spelled that out, right? You didn't send a voice memo. You spelled that out, bro. Get it together. Seen a bit on Twitter saying that the Warriors did their due diligence on Vooch. Fuck them. They have Carter and a Polaroid of Dennis Rodman's balls for... What? Balls for like, why do you hate everybody lately? Your villain arc has been amazing to watch there, brother. He turned full villain. Full villain. why the Bulls never sent Javon to the, because he's been in the league too long. So there's a certain amount of time after you pass a certain amount of, I don't know if it's games played or years served, you can't be sent down to the G League. So Javon Carter cannot be sent down to the G League, even if they wanted to. Starting lineup is out. Kobe White, Ayo Dosunmu, Zach LaVine, Patrick Williams, Nikola Vucevic. The starting lineup that should have been here since the beginning of the season. Let's see. And listen, now, this is what's going to happen, right? Because we're facing the Boston Celtics. So we're going to lose badly. And then all the Josh Giddey fans are going to come out and say, see why Kobe White shouldn't be the starting point guard, mate? You see that, mate? Why they shouldn't be the good day? What? Come on, man. Chill the fuck out. Chill the fuck out. Just got to chill out, man. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second.
Y'all hear that, mate? Why shouldn't Kobe White be the starting point guard? Oh, no. Josh Giddey up. That's all the Josh Giddey fans, they about to be whining.
Just about to be whining. It is what it is, man. I'm trying to figure out how Kobe grew his damn hair out so fast. Give that shit to Javon or THT. Listen, bro, you gotta have it. You gotta. Listen. THT just doesn't have hair follicles, bro. He doesn't have hair follicles. It just that like THT's hair follicles ran away. Like you could tell, bro. Like that's crazy, bro. You always gotta ask yourself, what demons do people have to cause them to lose their hair that early in life? You always gotta ask people that. But all right, y'all, man, I appreciate you guys for tuning in, man. We're going to go ahead and get ready to take a chill pill, man. I'll see you guys at halftime, man. Thank you guys for following. If you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button. In exchange for subscribing to Chicago Bulls Central, I'll be giving you the best daily Chicago Bulls content you can find in all of YouTube. Every single day, we're at 1,293. That's what I was throwing. 1,293 straight days of dropping content on this channel. Nobody's beating us when it comes down to that. So hit that subscribe button. I'll be giving you guys the best content you can find for our Chicago Bulls. Make sure you guys are following the channel at Bulls Central Pod on every social media platform that we're on. Also, if you want to send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, bullcentralpod@gmail.com. And then lastly, if you want to leave a text message and our voicemail for the mailbag, the number to do so, 773-270-2799. We are the #1 spot for everything Chicago Bulls related, but that's thanks to you, lovely and beautiful people. And like I like to end everything on, see you guys on the next one. Love you guys. Go Bulls. Peace.
This has been a presentation of the Break Media.